Hello everyone and welcome back to Joys It Flies. If you're new here, my name's Cassidy and I deal with the sewing side of this channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to sew this cute little quilted makeup bag. It's really simple and would make a perfect gift, so I hope you enjoy it. All you're going to need to sew the bag is two types of fabric, one for the outer and one for the inner. I just use any nice pretty cotton fabrics that I have lying about the place. And then you're just going to need some wadding for the quilting part of the fabric. So this is just going to go in between the two layers and get quilted and give the bag that lovely cushioned look. And then you're just going to need a 12-inch zip and then your general sewing equipment. So you're going to want to cut two 13-inch by 10-inch rectangles out of your outer fabric and your lining fabric. And out of your wadding, you're going to want to cut two rectangles slightly bigger than your outer fabric. Now it just needs to be rough, just something slightly bigger, so that when we quilt it, any shrinkage is accounted for. Now pin your outer fabric wrong sides facing down onto your batting fabric, and you're just going to want to quilt it with whatever design you want. I did just a plain checkered sort of design and I was naughty and eyeballed the size, but if you want you can use an erasable marker or something like that to draw the lines onto the fabric. Once you've quilted it, you can trim off all of the excess wadding and then just repeat the process with your second outer piece and your second wadding piece. Now take one of your quilted pieces and pin one side of your zip right sides together to the matching edge, and then you're just going to want to sew all the way down your zip. And for this you're going to want to switch out your normal presser foot on your sewing machine for your zipper presser foot. Now grab one of your lining pieces and you're going to want to place it right sides together with your quilted piece. So you're basically sandwiching your zipper in between two layers of fabric. Sew down the zip as you did before and then fold it right sides out and give it a good press flat. Now all you're going to want to do is over sew right along the fabric by where the zip is, just to hold everything in place. Then you can repeat that with the other side of your zip and your remaining pieces of fabric. And now if you want to add any embellishments to your bag, anything personalised, I would do it now. It's the easiest point to do it. Then place your two quilted pieces right sides together and pin them together along that long edge. Then place your two lining pieces right sides together and pin them along that long edge as well. Then you're going to want to sew along those two long edges, but on your lining side, halfway through your sewing, you're going to want to leave a small gap for later. And now this next step is extremely important. Once you've sewn your sides, you're going to want to make sure you open up your zip. And now I'm not really sure how to explain this step, it's a bit weird, but I hope you can see what I'm doing visually on the screen. So you're going to want to open up your fabric and fold it so that you basically have your seams that we just sewed on your lining and your quilting matched together, and in between them sandwiched your zip. So you're going to want to have three layers, your quilted seam matched in your zip, and on top of that right sides together your lining seam. Now pin the two sides together. The side with the open zip is a bit fiddlier, so take your time on that one, but once you've pinned it all nicely, you're just going to want to sew along those two short edges. And then you can clip all of the four corners, and with the help of that gap in your lining and your open zip, you can turn your bag right sides out. Now grab your lining from the inside of your bag, and that hole we left in your sewing, you're just going to want to fold over the seam allowance and iron it flat so you don't see any raw edges. And then you can just over sew it closed, and then once it's in the bag you can't see it. Now we're going to box the corners, so you're going to want to flip the bag wrong sides out. Now once again, this is a hard step to explain, so you're just going to have to see what I'm doing on the screen. But you're basically going to want to take one corner and create a little triangle with it. Just flatten out the corner so that the seam is on the top, and I like to just clip it in place. And now you're going to want to make a triangle by drawing a line across the corner. So you're going to want to have it so that it's a 4-inch line, so 2 inches at either side of the seam. Just mark it with some chalk or a pencil, clip it in place, and now you're just going to want to sew directly across that line. And then just repeat that step with all 4 corners. Now if you want to, you can leave your bag here, but I just like to neaten up the inside a bit. So if you want to do that too, all you're going to want to do is trim down all of those corners to about 1/4 inch seam allowance just before your line of sewing. And now we're going to be binding those corners with some bias tape. So you can either make your own or buy ready-made bias tape like I have. And so all you're going to want to do is open up your piece of bias tape and fold 1/4 inch along the short edge. And then place this right sides together along one of the sides of your corners. And then just pin your bias tape along the corner, and once you get to the other end, trim your bias tape down to size and fold another 1/4 inch at the end. And then you can just sew along your bias tape. Once you've done that, you can turn the bias tape right sides out and fold it over onto the other side of your corner, completely covering any raw edges. Just fold it and pin it in place, and then you're going to want to over sew all of the way along your bias tape. Repeat those steps with all the other 4 corners of your bag, and then you can turn your bag right sides out. And that's it, you're all done. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, but as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down in the comments below and I will do my best to answer you. And so I will see you next time on the channel. Bye!